Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful Friday morning we have to wake up to. And as a matter of fact, this weekend, it's actually going to get to where I would consider it to be hot. It's going to be 78 degrees on Sunday, and they're talking about we're going to hit the 80-degree mark on Monday. So it seems to me like we go from a freeze warning this morning to absolutely hot by Monday, and that's springtime in Idaho. A couple of things to talk to you about. Tomorrow, the Chubbuck Fire Department is going to be doing the Fill the Boot program for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And let me tell you where you're going to see our firefighters with the boot for you to make donations. They will be at the corner of Highline and Chubbuck Road. They will be at the corner of Hawthorne and Quinn Road. They will be at the Walmart entrance and over by Walgreens. So I would just suggest that even if you're not planning at this time to be in those areas, make it a point to get over there and make a donation. The Muscular Dystrophy Association is a great program for us to give support to, and I wanted to say thank you to our Chubbuck firefighters for being willing to dedicate a day of their time to collect funds for this great organization. So participate with them, and I also want to ask people to have patience. I know sometimes when they're out in the corner, every once in a while I'll hear from somebody that they don't know that that's a good idea that we have people out in the street, but recognize this is one day out of the year and be patient with it, and I would encourage people to be generous and support the effort. Also, the Portneuf District Library is going to have their bond election a week from this Tuesday on the 21st. And so they're putting out a lot of information right now, so I want to again encourage people to get that information. With the information brochures that they're putting out, there's a number and an individual you can call and talk if you have any questions. Make sure you understand the issue. It's something that they see as a great need for our community, and when you talk to them, I think they can help you see that is the case. But most importantly, recognize, put on your calendar, the 21st of May will be that bond election. Make sure and get out and vote. We're in the middle of our D.A.R.E graduations. We had the first one Wednesday. And then I believe that was at Tyhee Elementary, and yesterday we were at Ellis Elementary. This afternoon at 1:30 we'll be at Connor Academy, and then next Friday afternoon at 1:45 we'll be at Chubbuck Elementary. That D.A.R.E program is a great program. Grateful to our police officers for the work that they do there, and I hope everybody recognizes the great benefit that it is to our community to have some of our young people in this community being trained about how you be inclusive, how you make sure and say no to drugs, how you take care of bullying, and the kinds of things you need to do to be a good and responsible citizen. It's just a great program. So if you get a chance, come over to Connor Academy this afternoon, or come over to Chubbuck Elementary next Friday afternoon and support those kids as they graduate from the D.A.R.E program. This coming Wednesday, May 15th, we've got city council meetings coming. At 5 o'clock, there'll be a special study session. We're going to hear a little bit about the opioid crisis. And anyone who has an interest there, come on over and hear what they have to tell us about that. That'll last about 1 hour. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll have our regular council meeting. So come over and participate if you would like to. Also want to put a big shout out to the Crisis Center. We had a ribbon cutting there this last Wednesday. The governor was here for that. What a great, what do I want to call that? I was going to say a building, but it's more than that. What a great program and organization to have in our community to serve people who truly have a need. They gave us some statistics, and I think the one that I was most impressed with is since their opening, 90% of the people have self-admitted to that program. In other words, they haven't been brought there by a family member or by an officer of the law. They've recognized that they've got a challenge. They've come in to seek help. It certainly does show that there's a need in our community, and I'm grateful for the individuals that are there to administer that program and help people who are seeking to make their lives better. So again, find out what you can do to support that. They're going to need to have monetary support. They're going to need to have people who can support them in other ways. So I'd encourage you to go down there. It's the old Blocks building. I call it that. People would say, well, what's Blocks? I bought many suits there when I was a teenager, so I know where Blocks was, but it's in the same parking lot as the Pocatello City Hall, just across the way from that. And so get over there and see what's happening. It's just a great benefit to our community. Lastly, this weekend on Sunday, we will celebrate Mother's Day. I just want to give a great big shout out to all of the mothers that are out there and the great work that they do. The statement that has been made that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world is absolutely true. And I'm so grateful to mothers and the great care that they take in raising their children and seeing that they have opportunities in this life and seeing that they believe in themselves. And there isn't a greater support system in the world than our mothers. And that's make sure and do some things to make sure they know how special they are in our lives. I think of the women in my life that have truly made a difference. My mother, my sisters, my wife, my daughters, and many others. So grateful to them. I wish my mother were still here. She passed away a number of years ago, but how I will honor her this weekend along with my wife and my daughters and all others. So find some special ways to tell your mother what she means to you this weekend. We'll see you next Friday.